All right, hello and welcome to another video by Johnny IELTS. So today, class IELTS 43, they are going to do their regular speaking practice. So class, you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
You ready? Hello?
Yes. Yes.
Right. So let's start first with part one. And let's try something here. Okay, let's talk about bargain. You know bargain? Bargaining?
Yes.
Yes. So it's an act of trying to lower the price of something. It's an act of trying to lower the price of goods. You know, and I try to lower the price of goods when buying them. Mặc cả trả giá is bargain. And then to bargain, it's a verb. It also the same as to haggle. Mặc cả trả giá. Okay. And we also have a saying, what a bargain. As a noun, what a bargain. It means it's so cheap, rẻ thật đấy. And also there is another slang. It's a steal. It's like the price is next to nothing. The price is next to nothing. Cái giá gần như là rẻ như bèo, nó không có một cái giá trị luôn á. Nó mean it's a steal. Giống như là ăn cắp luôn á. So it's like bargain. Now, so the act it's called bargaining. Việc mặc cả trả giá. All right, so finally, Miss Trúc enters the room, but she needs to connect the audio. Now, so let's start with Sarah, please. So do you often bargain?
Actually, I need to confess that I'm not good at bargaining, so I rarely bargain, or I frequently fail in doing that.
In doing so, I say, you know, I think you need to be confident enough to bargain, I think.
Yes.
Because sometimes people are shy, they don't want to lose face, you know, mất thể diện. Sometimes people don't want to lose face, mất mặt.
Or sometimes we don't really know exactly
the exact price.
Yes, which price is suitable to deal with.
You don't know the suitable price.
And if they say no one or two times, we not tap.
We feel bad, no?
Yeah, and we not tap enough because we want to buy that. So we will easy to accept the price. Maybe just a little cheaper.
I see. Well, it's tough. Sometimes, like, you know, it depends on what shop you look at. So, Miss Jung, do you often bargain?
I used to make bargain a lot. When I
used to?
Yeah, I used to. When I was in the high school, I usually
high school.
high school. When I was in the high school, I usually went to the school. I usually went to the traditional market.
Traditional market.
Traditional.
Đầu là âm schwa nha. Phải trầy đó. Traditional. Cái âm schwa là cái âm mấy âm cuối á. Và traditional market.
Traditional market. With my friend to buy some clothes. And in the traditional market, there is no fixed price.
No fixed price
forever. Fixed price for everything, and it's a social convention that you are allowed to make bargain.
You are allowed to make a bargain, of course.
In the traditional market, yeah.
You're allowed to make a bargain in traditional market, of course.
But for now, recently, when I am busy with my family, I don't have time to go to the traditional market anymore.
Traditional market.
Traditional market anymore. I just buy something online, and we don't make bargain when shopping online.
Okay, so that sounds fair now. So please look at this one. Traditional. Traditional. Ba cái yếu hơn luôn á. Traditional.
Tradition.
Okay, traditional. All right. So Miss Young, where can you bargain? So you here means people. Con người ta có thể bargain ở chỗ nào? So where can people bargain? Like where can we bargain? Where can we not? You know.
I think where you can do bargain when you go shopping in an area that doesn't have the price, the pub that doesn't have the price. So I mean that if you want to buy something, you have to ask the seller the price, and this is where you can make bargain. And when you
can make a bargain. Right. Like if there is no fixed price, then of course you can make a bargain.
Yeah.
So Miss Sarah, where can people bargain and why? Let's give something like particular. Like in particular, where can people bargain? Về cụ thể đi thì khi con người ta bargain như nào? Okay, hello Miss Trúc. Wow, it takes a while for her to get into the room. So yeah, I know she used 2 devices. Hello, Trúc.
I don't think
she's able to hear it, I think.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm just gonna put in waiting room and then put her back into the room. Sometimes Zoom, I think it's overload. I think that Zoom is quite overloaded these days. So many people is using it, I think. Never mind. So what did you say, Miss Yu?
I think when you do the shopping, when you go shopping, you can make bargain where the price, where there is no fixed price, like the traditional market or the shopping
street markets.
Traditional market.
I see. There's also something called floating market, you know, chợ nổi.
Yeah, floating or flea market
or anything like
flea market, right?
Street market.
Street.
Chợ tự do ha? You mean?
I mean FLEA. Flea.
Flea market. Sorry, flea. This one, flea market. Chợ con rận. Yeah. Nó gọi là chợ trời á.
Yeah, right. Yeah, flea market.
Chứ không phải là chợ con rận.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it sounds weird, but why they say flea market? Maybe probably because the goods, there are fleas in the goods, you know. Chắc là đồ hàng hóa nó nát đến nỗi mà có rận bò trong đó chăng, maybe. That sounds weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, flea market. People often sell their used furnitures, you know.
Yeah.
Used furnitures, used books, used anything used, you know. So maybe there are fleas there. Anyway, so Miss Sarah, how do you bargain? Can you give an example? Like, for example, when you buy a shirt, a t-shirt, for example.
Yes. I think to make a good bargain, we need to know the product well enough, like the quality, the brand, or the material. So it make us confident to give a price and deal with the seller.
And deal with the seller, I say. Like, for example, if you have to buy the t-shirt and the seller say 500,000 Vietnam đồng, what would you do?
500,000 Vietnam đồng. Yeah, it depends on where it was sold.
Where it was sold? Where is it sold? You mean?
So, yes. If it's a brand shop, it may be difficult to bargain to bargain because it's have a fixed price and
the price fixed because the price fixed, right?
Fixed price có được không? Fixed
because
price.
the price fixed.
Yeah, it's the price is fixed, so it's difficult to deal with to make.
Of course, you're not even allowed to bargain if the price fixed, I think.
Yeah, but for other environment like the open air markets or Swiss markets, we can pay for we can reduce
you reduce the price a little bit, you mean?
Yeah, 20-30%.
You mean you can give them a discount?
No, I reduce the price.
Or lower the price. We can use the word lower. It's better to use the word lower.
Yes, lower the
giảm cái giá xuống.
20-30%, and so maybe you need to deal with the seller 2 or 3 times to get the good price because they may say no at the first time.
I see. I see. Now, so hello, Trúc, are you there? I think her okay, Trúc said something.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, perfect. Are you using your mic? Are you using your phone now?
No, I just connect on my laptop. Finally.
I think your laptop needs fixing, I think. Because sometimes
Yes,
are you using Windows?
Yes, I use Windows.
I'm using Windows too, because sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes
my app's Zoom app is not working.
It's not working.
So I have to connect by yes, website.
I see. So, okay. So, Mr. We're talking about topic number 1, bargaining. So you remember we did something like this before. So, Mr. Where can people bargain and where can people not bargain? What do you think?
I believe that when people go to markets, especially traditional markets, they can bargain for what they want to buy because in there they are allowed to do that. The seller can raise their real price of their products. So that's why people who go to markets can bargain to have a more reasonable price.
A more reasonable price, I see.
Of course, other country, yes.
Okay, I
On
see.
the contrary, when they go to supermarkets, yes, when people go to supermarkets are some big mall that they cannot to bargain because
they cannot bargain where people cannot bargain because
the price tags are fixed.
Because the price tags, because the price are fixed. I see.
And
right, like for example, can you go to, let's say, supermarket to bargain? You cannot.
I think
Like, for example,
cannot.
in Vietnam, people often cannot bargain, but you know, supermarket, like giant supermarkets like Bách Hóa Xanh can often give you like a 50% discount or even more at the end of the day, you know?
Yes.
Like at the end of the day, they often give bargain. They often just dish out, or basically
You
they
know,
just often
because,
sell so cheap. They often sell so cheap. Sorry?
Because after a day, they cannot buy that products anymore.
Exactly. They have to
They
throw
are
it.
not, yeah, they are not fresh anymore. So they have to down
Throw
the
it away.
price,
They have to lower the price anyway. Yeah.
lower the price.
Or they have to throw it away, you know?
Yes, as a promotion. Yes, to save uh, as much as possible.
I agree. So, Miss Sarah, can you give an example of things people can bargain for? Like, for example, when people go buying food, or buying houses or apartments, when people go to ask for service, for example, do you think those those are the things people can bargain for, Miss Sarah?
I think yes. I think people can bargain for anything, without a fixed price tag.
Without a fixed price, I think.
So we have changed to negotiate for that.
Negotiate. We have a chance to negotiate. Very good. I like the way you use the word negotiate. Thương lượng. To negotiate for something. Okay, very good. Like, so what is your idea, Miss Sarah? Where can people bargain and where can people not bargain? Can you give examples? Like, can people bargain in the school, for example, or with the police, for example? Bị công an bắt. Xong rồi xong rồi bargain. Ê, trời ơi, mắc quá vậy anh, em còn có 200k.
Oh, actually, I saw
sometimes people do that. You know, I've seen people do that a lot.
Yes, that's true. I haven't experienced that, but my friend they do that many times, and they really have
They did that
experienced
many times, yeah.
that many times, and they has really good experience about that. Sometimes they just pay a half of the fine.
They have a fine, I see. Oh wow. But I'm sure now it's different. The price is much more expensive now. You know, it's much more expensive now. Okay, so Miss Dung, please. So, do Vietnamese people often bargain? Is it like a habit?
It's
Okay,
like
let's think about like when people ask for service. Like, for example, ask for a course of study to study, you know, a course, or go to the hospital. Do they bargain? Or when they go to, let's say, a teacher, do they bargain? Something like that. You often see that in Vietnamese people.
oh yeah. I think Vietnamese people. I think the making burger is popular in Vietnam, just in several markets, and in somewhere like the price is already fixed. I don't think the Vietnamese people want to do but can make the bargain there, like in the supermarket, or when you go to the hospital, the official places.
I don't think people ever bargain in hospitals, you know.
No, I don't see. I haven't ever seen there. They make burger there, and but not only in the traditional markets. I think
Traditional market.
traditional markets.
Truck. Không phải là trade nha. Nó là traditional.
traditional market. Yeah. But I not every time everywhere there is the trading, people can make the bargain.
Everywhere where there's trading, people can bargain. Exactly. Like for example, when people buy apartments and houses, they bargain a lot.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
And well, when you try to make a deal, for example, tạo một thỏa thuận. When you try to make a deal with the other company, for example, the representative of each company, they would try to make a deal. They would try to bargain too, you know. So it's a very common thing, I think, and Vietnamese people often do that too. So, Ms. Trúc, what should people not bargain for? Like they here, people here, people in general, you know.
I think that people should not bargain for something special, like
A
coffee.
special something, like for example,
coffee. You know,
coffee. Interesting.
yes, coffee. I used to know a person. She's used to bargain for a coffee.
Oh my God, that's so bad.
Yes, when she went to a coffee a coffee store, and then she said to the seller, she said to tell that she will buy again that time, so she wanted a discount.
Oh my God, but I think that's very cheap, you know. Don't be cheap. Đừng có ti tiện như vậy, you know. I think people should never be that, you know.
You know, I just feel so strange, and I think that she just is familiar to bargain
Familiar
everything.
with bargaining with everything, yeah.
Yes. So it is an example that I think people should not bargain for. But sometimes I think it's quite funny to show Vietnamese people have a
To see Vietnamese people having that
habit.
habit, yeah.
Vietnamese people have that habit to bargain everything.
I see. All right, so like I've personally seen people try to bargain with teachers, you know. That's terrible. Or people try to bargain with a cleaning lady even. Like for example, I've seen like people bargain, try to get lower price for cleaning their home or something like that. I think that's really cheap. Ti tiện lắm luôn á. Không cần phải rẻ tiền như vậy. Cheap lắm luôn á.
Cheap.
Cái hành xử rất là cheap luôn á.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I've seen people do that. But what do you think of bargaining then, Miss Sarah? Cái động thái, cái hành động bargaining, what do you think of that? Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? And for whom, you know?
I think bargaining is just action to make sure you got a proper price for something you want to buy. So it depends on the certain contact. It's sometimes you should be bargain for something if you feel the price is quite high compared with the quality. So
Compared with the quality, yeah.
So you had no reason to accept the expensive one. But for other situation, like in some place like hospital or school or
School.
school, yes.
School.
yeah,
School.
school. You should bargain because the that kind of special service and product. So it's
Products. Service and products.
Service and product.
Service and product.
And product.
I
So
see. Okay.
it's appropriate for bargaining.
I think it's inappropriate. Nó thực sự là không phù hợp chuẩn mực xã hội đúng không? I think it's inappropriate. I think it's inappropriate because why? First, it makes you look cheap. Nó làm cho mình nhìn có vẻ như là rất là ti tiện. Rẻ tiền, ti tiện. It makes you look cheap, and then it show that you disrespect the other people and their values, you know. It show that you disrespect people and the values of goods they sell, you know. Nó giống như là một cái hành vi mà kém tôn trọng người khác và những cái giá trị của những cái sản phẩm họ bán. I think. So I do think that people should not bargain and the price should be fixed and regulated. Được điều tiết giá. And the price should be regulated, I think. So let's move on to part 2 now. Okay, let's try a part 2. 22 then. Okay, it's about music. And there's also a lot of question about music concert as well. Okay, so you have the file, class. You can look at the file and you don't have to really follow my lead here. Okay, but anyway, I'll just split the screen. And then I'll do this. You know, I really love to do this. I do love to split the screen this way. Okay, 22, right? Okay, so it's going to be here. But it won't look that, like the text won't look big enough. Hope you're okay with that. Now, so so that will be 22, part 2 and part 3, okay? Describe an event you attended in which you didn't like the music played. Miêu tả một sự kiện bạn tham dự mà trong đó bạn không thích cái nhạc mà được chơi trong đó. You should say what the event was, where you were, what the music was like, and explain why you did not enjoy the music. Like, for example, year-end party. And then you are forced to listen to the type of music you don't like, for example. Or I think sometimes wedding events, people have to listen to music they don't like as well. You know, a lot of cases like that. Or let's say wedding event, even funeral, you know, đám tang phải nghe nhạc gì, nhạc rên rỉ. So in funeral, people have to listen to really, really, really sad and saddening music. Okay, let me check the word saddening. Okay, to make someone sad. So there should be an adjective, saddening, or very, very depressive music, or depressing, very depressing music. Những cái nhạc nghe muốn trầm cảm luôn. So that's funeral, for example. Okay, you have part 3 of music. What kind of music do people like at different ages? Con người ở nhiều lứa tuổi khác nhau thích những loại nhạc gì? So of course it depends on a lot of factors. Depend on like what their interests. Depends on a lot of things. Cái câu này phụ thuộc vào nhiều cái lắm nha. Các bạn hãy mở rộng nó ra bằng nhiều hướng. Try to expand it into different ways. What kind of music is popular in your country now? And what kind will be in the future? Những cái loại nhạc nào đang rất là thông dụng đến nước bạn bây giờ, và những loại nhạc nào sẽ thông dụng trong tương lai vậy? well, you can talk about bolero, you can talk about jazz, you can talk about V-pop, Vietnamese pop, you can talk about Korean music, you can talk about US, UK music, something like that. And then you should predict like what kind of music will be popular in the future. I think one kind of music that is quite popular in Vietnam now and before is Trịnh Công Sơn music. Of course, music from the great composer Trịnh Công Sơn, a Vietnamese composer. He's still very popular, I think. Now, do Vietnamese parents require their children to learn to play musical instrument? Why not? Những cha mẹ người Việt Nam có yêu cầu con trẻ của họ học cách chơi nhạc cụ không? Tại sao không? Okay, think about what they want to achieve, what they wish to achieve. Do they want good thing for their children, and what exactly can music do? But to be honest with you, a lot of Vietnamese parents, they have FOMO, fear of missing out. Rất là nhiều cha mẹ Việt Nam bị hội chứng FOMO, sợ lỡ mất cơ hội, sợ mình bị lạc loài. They fear of missing out. So when they have friends who bring their children to music classes, they fear that their own children will miss out on opportunities, miss out on opportunities. Họ sợ con họ sẽ lỡ mất những cơ hội cuộc sống. So that's why I think most of the case is just FOMO, fear of missing out. And also a lot of Vietnamese parents, they require their children to learn to play musical instrument to keep face for the family. Giữ thể diện gia đình. Đúng nghĩa luôn á. Tại vì nhiều cha mẹ Việt Nam kêu con phải học này học kia.
More vibrant.
Sorry?
No.
Did you say something?
No, I'm searching the dictionary.
I see poor students. I've personally seen, I know family that do this to keep face for the family only, thực sự là giữ thể diện gia đình và gọi là để khoe người khác, to flaunt, để khoe khoang. Chứ thực sự là phần đông là khoe khoang và giữ thể diện là chính à. Chứ thực sự họ không biết con họ học nhạc để làm gì đâu. Nói thiệt, I'm gonna be honest with you. Vietnamese parents, most of the case, they flaunt and to keep face for the family. That's why they require their children to learn to play instruments. But in fact, I do not think they have an idea what learning to play in musical instrument can help their children to achieve, Now, why do some people like to listen to live music while others prefer recorded music? Tại sao một số người họ thích nghe nhạc sống trong khi những người khác thích nghe nhạc mà ghi âm? Think about music quality and think about the vibe of live music event, cái vibe, cái chất lượng, cái gọi là cái không khí của những sự kiện nhạc sống. Think about that. They listen to live music, they will have a chance to meet their idols, for example. And also think about, they like to listen to live music with their friends, They listen to live music with their friends, so it's like a kind of friend gathering. It's like a kind of friends having fun, having fun time. And think about recorded music. Of course, the quality should be much better. And also, you can repeat the music track as many times as you like. Có thể là mình lặp lại cái file nhạc đó, cái track âm nhạc đó bao nhiêu lần tùy mình muốn. But of course you cannot do that in live music events. And you should explore these options. Now, part 3 of music concerts. Why do many young people spend a lot of money on music concerts? Tại sao rất là nhiều người trẻ dành rất là nhiều tiền lên trên những cái buổi hòa nhạc âm nhạc vậy? Một vé đâu rẻ đâu. Like a ticket, I think it's like 4 to 5 million Vietnam dong, even more, could be more. It's like, I think people like to buy experience, trải nghiệm. People like to buy experience. They like to buy the experience. Or you can talk about the fact that people go to music concert because they're going to see the idols. They are idols, the one they really like, and they earn. So basically, let's say they earn many chances for that. Chẳng có nhiều cơ hội cho điều đó đâu. And do you think older people like the same music as young people? Bạn có những người già hơn thích cùng loại nhạc như người trẻ hơn không? Okay, I'll let you do that. Do you think music concerts are suitable for young people? For old people to attend? How about children? Bạn có nghĩ những cái buổi hòa nhạc nó phù hợp cho người già đi tham dự không? Vậy còn trẻ nhỏ thì sao? Music concert here can include indoor or outdoor music concerts, And of course, you have to think about the safety of the audience. The safety of the audiences. Hãy nghĩ về sự an toàn của những người khán giả. So think about the fact that sometimes the crowd can be overly energetic, and accidents can happen. Look at what happened in Korea, Itaewon, you remember? People died during some concerts, I remember. Sometimes the crowd can be overly energetic or zealous. Nó giống như điên cuồng lắm luôn á. Sometimes the crowd can be overly zealous or energetic when they see their idols, and accident can happen. Think about old people and young children. They are more prone to accidents and sickness than adults, Trẻ nhỏ và người già đương nhiên sẽ dễ bị tai nạn hơn và dễ bị bệnh hơn. Think about that. So, and why do shopping malls often have background music? Tại sao những cái trung tâm mua sắm thường có nhạc ở nền vậy? Think about how they can attract more visitors and let them stay there longer, và để cho họ ở lại đó lâu hơn. If they let them stay there longer, they are more likely to make a bigger purchase, to make bigger purchases. Họ ở càng lâu, họ sẽ càng có nhiều xu hướng là mua những cái gì đó lớn hơn. They are more likely to make bigger purchases. I mean, that's what they do. And also, I think you should give examples for this one. All right. You have some time to think, class. Okay, Miss Young, can you start first? Can you describe an event you attended in which you didn't like the music played? Cẩn thận cái động từ ở thì nào nha.
Yeah. Okay. Every year, I have to attend the year-end party of my company, and and I didn't like the music played there. The music the songs that was sung by
Sing sang sung. The song that was sung by
my college.
My colleagues.
Yeah.
Colleagues.
College. Yeah. At the beginning of the party, we eat and we have kind of background music, which I love.
We ate, and we kind of had the background music, which was
we had the background music, which I love. But in the after that, when people getting drunk, they start want to have
when people got drunk. Cẩn thận cái động từ nha, mấy nó rất quan trọng nha. Listen, because in part two, they care about the tense of the verb you use. Họ sẽ care về cái động từ sử dụng nhiều lắm nha. So let's try that again.
Okay. At the beginning of the party, when we ate, there was a background music which I love. But in the after that, when people got drunk, they wanted like the vibrant things, and they started to dance and to chant a lot. It was like the karaoke party, and it was so noisy with me.
It was too noisy for me.
It was too noisy for me. And I just want to get out of the party as soon as possible.
I see. All right, good. Miss Trúc, please, can you describe an event you attended in which you didn't like the music played?
Yes. To be honest, I immediately thought of the time I attended a co-worker's wedding where I couldn't even bear to listen the songs that the guests signed up to sing. At the weddings in our country, there's a common tradition where guests take turns singing for fun to grace a lively atmosphere, I think.
Okay.
Unfortunately, at this particular wedding, one of the bride's relatives keeps going up to sing again and again, choosing songs with melodies and lyrics that were sad and completely inappropriate for the occasion. I truly feel
occasion.
I truly felt that sometimes people lack sophisticated and careful.
Some people lack sophistication, so tinh tế hả?
Sophisticated and careful thought.
I see. Sophisticated and careful thoughts about others.
Yes.
Yeah.
They just do what they like without considering whether it suits the.
I think it's called recklessness. Sự mà gọi recklessness, cái sự mà mặc kệ người khác sống sao sống. I think it's called recklessness, cái sự mà cẩu thả trong cách sống. It's a recklessness in the way they live, you know, I think.
Yes, and for me, this seems to be an unpleasant experience when attending any party like this.
Okay. All right, good. Now, Sarah, please, can you describe an event you attended in which you didn't like the music played?
Yes. Last year I enjoyed my friend children's birthday party, and it was organized in a restaurant in a private
restaurant.
Yes, in a private room in restaurant, and it was decorated.
It was decorated.
Beautiful.
It was
beautiful,
decorated.
decorate, decorate. Beautiful with
It was decorated beautifully.
beautifully with
Beautifully.
colorful light and balloon.
A balloon. Balloon. It's called balloon.
Balloon and music. Yes, at first everything worked quite well. And then the children
Balloon.
made
Balloon.
Balloons. Yeah.
balloon.
It's balloon. It's balloon.
Balloons. Yes, at first everything worked quite well, and children made a week with happy birthday song. But right after that, the parent and other friends start occupy the stage and
And they start to occupy the stage, and then they make noise.
and singing, and they sing.
They started making lots of noise.
As a start singing, the support other song like the love song and sad song and dancing and
That songs and then dancing. Yeah.
and music
Okay.
loudly and the colorful light it makes the air really
Em nói gì thực sự hơi bị khó hiểu nha. I think what you said was quite difficult to understand. Okay, please be careful with your pronunciation. Okay, what did you say? The last one? Cái câu cuối em nói gì?
I mean, they start singing and dancing.
They started singing, yes.
Started singing and dancing the adult song.
The adult song, những bài hát người lớn hả?
Yeah.
You mean adult songs?
Adult
songs and sad songs, yes.
Yes, and I didn't think that's suitable for a children party, and maybe that's not a good experience for children when they remember their party, birthday party, and the music is quite loudly and the colorful light and the lyric of the song
The lyric.
The lyric of the song is not suited it didn't relate to children, so yeah, that's
so the music are unrelated to the events whatsoever. That's why I didn't enjoy music. Mình nên kết lại tại sao mình không thích, because the music was not related to the event at all. That's why I didn't enjoy the music. Hết vậy thôi là được. Okay, very good. Now, so Miss Jung, what kind of music is popular in your country now, and what kind will be popular in the future? What do you think?
The music popular in my country, it depends on the ages.
You mean the age groups? The age group, you mean?
The age group. For example, the children or the teenagers or the older people. For the children in my country, their parents want them to listen to the English music.
Music như hôm đầu nha.
English music as much as possible. Yeah, and every day the kids listen to the...
Okay, let's use the word children. Okay, đừng dùng chữ kids trong email nha. Okay, use the word children, father, mother, not dad, mom, kid, guys, you know.
Yeah.
Something like that, remember? Okay,
yeah.
So use more formal words, okay?
Yeah. Like
so they don't want their children to...
So nowadays, the children in my country listen to the YouTube channel.
YouTube channel music, like for children, you mean?
For children, a lot like the Coco Melon or the English music channels.
I do think there's a kind of brainwash.
Brainwash?
I do think it's a kind of brainwashing. Sự tẩy não. I do think that those kind of music is like a kind of brainwashing because they do follow patterns. Nó theo những cái patterns nhất định, và it seems like there is basically, if you have seen a lot of music on TikTok and also on TV, YouTube channel, you can see that those songs sounds very much like brainwashing for me because they follow pattern. They kind of teaches children to think in a certain way, you know. Nó giống như là nó dẫn dắt trẻ nhỏ nó suy nghĩ theo một kiểu nào nhất định nào đó. And I do think it's quite concerning. Đáng lo đấy. It's quite concerning. All right, so talking about music, Ms. Trúc, what kind of music do people like at different ages?
I think that's musical.
Okay, okay, you are not loud enough. Okay, louder, please.
Hello?
Okay, good. Now, better now.
Yes, I think that musical references often shift with
You mean musical preferences, những sự thích hơn về âm nhạc thì sao?
often shift.
We can't hear you.
Often shift with age.
Okay, you are cutting off now. I'm sorry. Tự nhiên lúc được lúc không mà I don't understand. I think you need to have like someone come over and fix your internet first. Fix your laptop is the second one, I think. Okay, let's try again. Mr. What kind of music do people like at different ages?
Yes, musical references often shift with age, influenced by personal experience.
Đó, lại yếu đi ạ. Bắt đầu lại. Okay, I think your internet is really bad now. I'm sorry. Okay, so Miss Young, please. So what kind of music do people like at different ages?
Yeah. I think when people getting older, they more like the calm music or slowly music or the vocal music than the younger. For now, the teenager of the young people, they like the international music, especially for the K-pop. K-pop music more, and for the older people, they more like the music.
They prefer
they prefer the vocal music or the music from the music, but the lyrics has more
the lyrics.
Yes. The lyrics have more about the life and about the feeling than about the love, like the young music.
Okay, I do think so too. Now, Miss Sarah, do Vietnamese parents require their children to learn to play musical instrument? Why not?
I think it depends on the specific situation. Vietnamese parents, maybe some of them maybe want and require their children to learn to play some kind of musical instrument for some certain purpose. For example, for families they have whose condition they want their children to study music instrument like a kind of luxury expensive class, and it shows their condition, and it gives their children a chance to approach with higher level of education.
Okay, be careful with this word.
Education.
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 Yeah, education.
All right. So depends on the level of education. But yes, I do think a lot of Vietnamese parents do this. So what do you think, Ms. Trúc? Do Vietnamese parents require their children to learn to play musical instruments?
I think that it should not a requirement. It should be an encouragement.
It should be an encouragement.
Encouragement.
Một sự khuyến khích. It should be an encouragement, yes.
Yes. Parents should give their children a chance to abroad playing musical instruments, and if their children truly love to learn, to keep learning, they can help them to cultivate their talent or their passions. And I think it's better than force their children to do something that they truly don't want to do. Some people in Vietnam think that if their children can play a musical instrument, it make their children different from other ones. They can think that it is an honor to their family. Sometimes they prioritize their honors than the real thing their children need.
Exactly. They don't know exactly what their children needs, I think. Họ không biết được rõ là con họ muốn cái gì đâu, thiệt luôn á. I mean, most parents are like that. All right. So, yes, thank you. So, Miss Young, please. So why do some people like to listen to live music while others prefer recorded music? What do you think? Music.
Yeah. The live music and the recorded music.
Yes.
For the
Okay, let's split into two cases. Let's talk about live music first, shall we?
Yeah. About the live music, when you join to the concert to
when would you join a concert?
A concert, including indoor or outdoor, to enjoy the live music. Okay. You can feel the vibe of
feel the vibe. Yes.
Feel the vibe, and you can see the singer directly. Then I think it's
quite an experience. Nó quả thật là một cái trải nghiệm đó nhỉ.
Yeah, it's quite an experience to enjoy the music.
It's quite an experience. Nó quả thật một trải nghiệm đấy. To enjoy that experience. Like, okay, can you give examples?
Yeah. Especially with the dancing music. When you join to the concert, you can see the dancer and the singer dance on the stage, which you cannot feel 100% when you listen to the recorded music. Yeah, and this gonna be one of the memorable experience in your life.
I see.
Yeah.
A memorable experience in your life.
Memorable.
I see. Yeah. How about recorded music then? Yeah. There should be a lot of people who prefer recorded music. But why?
Yeah. One thing I want to mention about the live music. When you listen to the live music in the concert, you're sitting with the crowd around you, and you can meet other people that love the music like you do. Then you can have the same feeling, and you can sharing your feeling about how you love the music with other people. And this is kind of one of the experience. But when you listen to the recorded music, usually you not it's the recorded music. The quality of the recorded music is really usually clearly, and you can have the chance to listen to the recorded
chance
to listen alone in your room, and you
alone to listen alone in your room.
You can have the chance to listen alone in your room, and you can just play again and again and again, and go feeling deeply with the song that you like. This is one of the things you cannot do when listening to the live music.
I see. Right. Okay. Yeah, let's go to another one. Right. So that's 22. Let me write it down, otherwise I'll forget. 22. Okay. Now I'll try, I think, 84. 84. Interesting. We haven't done 84. Seriously? Okay. Never mind that. Okay, so I'm just gonna stick it here. Oh dear. And then bring it back there. Yes. Okay. I think we did this one before. No, we haven't. Okay, describe a place you visited on vacation and would like to recommend âm đầu nha, recommend to others. Miêu tả một nơi bạn viếng thăm trên kỳ nghỉ và bạn mong muốn là recommend, mong muốn đề xuất cho người khác. You should say where it is, when you went there, and what you did there, and explain why you would like to recommend it to others, And then part 3, what are some popular attractions that people like to visit in your country? Đất nước bạn có một số cái địa điểm thu hút khách du lịch mà thông dụng, nổi tiếng mà con người ta thích đến thăm không? You should explain, you should tell like some places, like for example, Phong Nha Cave, for example, something like that. Phong Nha Cave, or the old town of Hanoi, or Huế Imperial Palace. Tôi đọc là Palace nha. Palace, Imperial Palace, cung điện hoàng gia. Cung điện mà của cung đình Huế. Hué's Imperial Palace. Where else? In Ho Chi Minh City, there's a lot of them. Of course, Independence Palace. You cannot miss that. Independence Palace. War Museum. War Remnant là chứng tích còn lại. War Remnant Museum. Để ý mấy cái nhấn âm các bạn. Museum. War Remnant Museum. What else? Popular attractions only, like the floating market. The floating market in the Mekong River. Chợ nổi trên sông Mekong. Is it still there? Maybe still there, I think. I'm not so sure, but I think the floating market's still there.
It's still there, but just for the tourism.
So no people actually buy there anymore? No?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think people these days, they buy from supermarkets or markets only, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Cái chợ đó bây giờ hình như chỉ dùng cho du lịch là chính sao? Yeah. All right, so do old people and young people choose different places to go on vacation and why? Người già và người trẻ có chọn những nơi khác nhau để đi nghỉ không? Tại sao? I think a lot of people these days they choose to go hiking on what's it called? Highlands, cao nguyên, vùng đất cao là cao nguyên. They go hiking on highlands or something like that. They choose to I think the most popular destination now is Sapa or Ninh or Sapa or Huế or Đà Lạt, I think. Đà Lạt city in Vietnam. But generally, I think young people, they choose places that are fun or very cool weather, something like that. But it also depends on their personality. Depend on their personality, of course. And young people and old people, I think they like to just go on tours, I think, or go with their friends, I think, to different places. Maybe I'm not so sure. Okay. Thường là thấy người già hay đi theo tour, đi theo những đến những nơi mà gọi nổi tiếng à. I think normally old people only choose to go to popular places. I think popular tourist destination.
Yeah.
Popular tourist destinations, I think. For young people, they prefer to be more adventurous. They prefer to be more adventurous. They dare, dám làm. They dare to venture out of common places, common tourist places. They dare to venture out of common tourist places, and they explore new destinations. Họ sẵn sàng là khám phá những điểm đến mới, đúng không ạ? Like I saw a lot of young people who go to every little corners in a big city like Ho Chi Minh City. They explore every little corners in a big city to find hidden gems, you know, tìm ra những cái gọi là hòn ngọc ẩn giấu, tìm đến những cái chỗ mà nó giấu trong hang cùng nhỏ hẻm á, to find like little places, like hidden gems inside of alleys, những con hẻm. And of course, those hidden gems are often cheaper than popular tourist places, of course. All right, so that's just my idea. Now, what do young people and old people think about when making travel plans? Khi mà nói về chuyện tạo ra những cái kế hoạch đi lại đi, thì người trẻ, người già nghĩ về cái gì? Thường nghĩ về cái gì? So, think about the cost, of course. Think about the cost of travel. Of course, everyone needs to think about the cost of travel, the cost of travel, accommodation, nơi ăn chúng ở, or they need to think about entertainment, and other things like that, etc. Well, for older people, they need to have access to medical facilities, you know, in case of emergency. Trong trường hợp khẩn cấp, những người già cần phải có tiếp cận với những cơ sở y tế nha. Because when you are old, more than 65 years old, wherever you go, you know, you need access to a doctor or a nurse or a hospital or something like that, you know. Think about that. So also think about the fact that some airlines might not allow old people to travel old people above a certain age travel. Ví dụ trên 70, trên 65 thường là người ta sẽ có một số giới hạn nha, với chuyện đi lại đối với người già nha. Okay, you know why? You don't want some old people to die on the airplane, you know? That is bad because of heart attack or something like that. Bởi vì bị đột quỵ, nhồi máu cơ tim hay gì đó. Stroke or a heart attack, you know? A stroke or a heart attack. Đọc là heart attack. Sự tấn công của loài tim là gì? Là nhồi máu cơ tim. Stroke là đột quỵ. Okay, so think also about, I think, interesting places to visit, of course. Những cái nơi thú vị để viếng thăm. Okay, now, how do people find out about a new place? Làm thế nào con người ta tìm ra về một cái nơi mới? Okay, think about the internet, think about they can get information from their friends, or maybe they just ask around, maybe they just find on newspaper, something like that, you know. Think about those possibilities. All right, you have some time to think about this one. Okay, Ms. Trúc, I will let you be first. Describe a place you visited on vacation and would like to recommend to others, please.
I would like to introduce a beautiful tourist destination.
Beautiful tourist destination.
Tourist destination in Vietnam.
Yes, where is it?
Nha Trang. Is a wonderful place worth visiting, and I find it quite convenient to travel there by car from where I live. It only takes about 6 to 7 hours.
6 to 7 hours?
Yes.
Or 67 hours?
6 to 7 hours.
6. Số 6 cẩn thận số 6. I'm asking 6 to 7 hours.
6
okay.
to 7 hours.
Yes.
I've been there many times, and each trip has been enjoyable experience because of the delicious food and many fun attractions. Yes, the most recent time I visited were 2 months ago during a major national holiday. I think it's perfect for anyone who loves swimming in the sea. The water here is incredibly clear, and the scenery around is stunning.
Where was it? Where was the name of the place you said?
Nha Trang.
But there are many beaches in Nha Trang.
Yes. I can see it's Hòn Tầm.
Hòn Tầm, right? You said that. Oh, okay, I got it. Because I think it's Đại Lãnh also in Nha Trang, right? I'm not so sure because I was there like 20 years ago or more than that, I think.
Yes.
I see Hòn Tầm, right? You said Hòn Tầm. Okay, got it. I remember that name.
Yes, very beautiful. And the scenery around is stunning with soft sandy beaches and lush green trees. It truly looks like a picturesque painting.
What party?
Like a picturesque.
What? I don't get it.
A picture like a painting.
A picturesque.
A picturesque painting.
Cái từ này là những con cuối nha. Picturesque.
A picturesque.
A picturesque place. Một cái nơi đẹp như tranh.
Yes, and I highly recommend this place to everyone who loves seafood and many attractive place to visit.
Okay, I see. All right, good. Miss Young, please. Can you recommend? Can you describe a place you visited on vacation and would like to recommend to others?
Yeah. Okay. Last year, my family had a chance to
A chance nha.
sorry.
A chance to.
Yeah. Last year, my family had a chance to visit a province in the
province
in the Mekong Delta.
Mekong Delta.
Mekong Delta is Đồng Tháp province. It is Đồng Tháp province. It's you can just try 4 hours from Ho Chi Minh City. And why I like it? We was in the hotel. We stayed in the hotel in a national park.
National park.
In a national park, a very small hotel in the national park where they reserve the birds. The birds are at risk of being extinct. And when you visit that park, you can hire a boat, and they would try you.
They will bring you there, right? They will bring you there. A boat, I see.
A boat. Yeah, a boat, and they can try you around the park, and if you visit at the morning around 7 a.m. or the afternoon at 5 p.m., you would have the chance to see
a chance to.
You would have a chance to see 1,000 of birds that come to the
Mình
park.
đang dùng chữ thousand có s á, hàng ngàn con chim. Thousands of birds.
That they come back. They come back to the park, and if you can see that, you can feel the nature very clear. And in that park, they also plant the crops. And if you stay at that hotel, you can buy that local crops, organic.
Organic.
Organic crops. And one more thing I love about that hotel is when this is a very small hotel but very clean, and they encourage us to
encourage us to encourage.
Âm đầu hay âm thứ hai?
Tiếng âm hai á, encourage. Tại vì sao? Cái từ đó nó bắt đầu từ cái chữ cơ trong tiếng Pháp, cơ có nghĩa là trái tim. Trong tiếng Pháp, làm cho con tim quả cảm, làm cho con tim muốn làm hơn, đó chính là encourage, khuyến khích.
Encourage us to save the electricity. They cut down all the activities that unnecessary, but they also keep the hotel very clean. And
Okay, good enough. Tại vì có 2 phút thôi nha. Nhớ là mình có 2 phút thôi nha. Okay, let's try once again. Within 2 minutes. Nhớ là đừng có mà mình hứng quá mình nói cho nhiều nha. Tại vì part 2 nó 2 phút à. There are only 2 minutes for part 2. Be careful. So electricity, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Miss Sarah, please, can you describe a place you visited on vacation and would like to recommend to others? Can you?
Yes. Few years ago, I and my friend visited Da Nang City, and it's the center of Vietnam, and we we enjoy the beautiful landscape and the
Landscape.
landscape and special things there. We spend a lot of time to enjoy swimming in the beautiful and clean beach, and visit other attractive destination like a famous temple on the mountain and the old town of the city. We also enjoy the delicious dish and seafood here. I truly recommend this place.
I truly recommend it.
Recommend this place with everyone because people here is really kind and friendly. The price for service and
The
product
price of the service is cheap, no?
are affordable and
Affordable, quite affordable.
affordable. And even this not a big city, but you can easily access the model facility, and it's convenient for you if you travel with the old people or children and need some kind of medical support in emergency situation. Yeah, and so this place is really impressive for me, and I wish I had a chance to visit it again in the future. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Very good class. Now, so Miss Trúc, do old people and young people choose different places to go on vacation, and why?
I think that the elderly and young generation choose different places to go on vacation for some reasons. For example, older people seems to choose where they can have a time to rest, such as a resort where they can just enjoy the atmosphere or some service that they do not to run. They do not to go by walking. They do not to walk to from from place to place because they have to they have to be I think they need to relax after a long time working. Uh, that's why the older people tend to choose some place allow them to rest. It's not quite not when talking about young generations place that they want to visit because most of young people
Most of
love
the young people.
most of the young people love adventure and fun.
Adventures.
Yes, they stand to find where that adapt their interests, such as swimming in the and playing on the beach, theme parks, uh, theme parks to enjoy the games, is especially the especially they love nightlife.
Exactly.
Yes,
They love nightlife, đời sống về đêm. But then for old people, they often sleep very early, I think.
yes, and they don't don't hesitate to go for a long times.
They don't often hesitate, so they don't often
hesitate to go a long time. Just
to go what? To go what?
To go for a long time. Just
You mean to go overnight? Đi qua đêm luôn. Yeah, they often hesitate to go overnight with their friends,
yes.
right?
Yes. And enjoy their life.
Exactly.
And social experience is one of reason that I think make the gap of generations become more clear. Older people seem to not want to communicate with others so much when they go on their vacation. It's quite different from young generations. They love traveling with friends, music festivals, and road trips, for example.
I see. All right. So, Miss Sarah, what are some popular attractions that people like to visit in your country?
I think in my country, the main attractive destination.
The more attraction. I mean,
yes.
popular attractions, những điểm chưa thu hút mà được nhiều người biết tới.
Yeah, I can say that it's kind of attractive destination.
Okay, you can say that. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. So people like to visit, and it focus on the natural beauty and cultural heritage.
Cultural
heritage.
Cultural heritage. Nó gọi là gì ta? Cultural heritage. I forgot the Vietnamese name.
Di sản văn hóa.
Di sản văn hóa. Thank you. You know, sometimes I have brain freeze, you know, sometimes giống như đầu óc đôi khi nó bị đóng băng. Sometimes I have brain freeze.
Yes.
Okay.
Because Vietnam have a long list, so we have a beautiful, stunning list along of my country, and you know, we also have an ancient history.
An ancient history, right?
Yes. So
history.
A lot of museum and historic museum and cultural location like famous temples or pagoda. So tourists can visit them to understand more about Vietnamese tradition and culture.
Traditions and cultures.
Yes.
But I think it's better if you mention the specific name of places, you know. Mình nên nêu ra cái tên cụ thể của nơi chẳng hạn. Okay, Sarah, can you give like particular names of popular attractions that you know?
Yes, for example, the famous beach in Vietnam like
You mean the famous beaches? Y kéo dài. The famous beaches in Vietnam.
Beach in Vietnam.
Beaches. Cố gắng kéo dài nó ra nha. The famous beaches.
Beaches in Vietnam like Nha Trang or Da Nang and city and the famous historic museum and cultural location may focus on some province in the province is not like Hanoi City or Ninh Bình and Bắc Ninh. Yeah.
Ninh Bình and Bắc Ninh, yes. But I think that mostly in the north, right? But how about the south? You know, I think if you live in the south, like I think most people would want to go to the swamps of like Cần Giờ or Thanh Đa, the swamps of nó giống như là cái swamps đầm lầy á, the swamps of Thanh Đa or Cần Giờ, you know, it's near to Ho Chi Minh City. But over there you can see crocodiles. Có thấy được cá sấu nha, crocodiles and things like that. And people can go fishing as well. I think. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Whose turn is that?
That's the location.
But I'm not so sure if those are popular attractions for tourists. But the question talk about people in general, you know. So you can mention those things. I say, whose turn is that? Đến lượt ai ta? Whose turn is that?
Me.
Who is me?
Can you guess?
Can I guess? Okay, that's Dung, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm getting old. Okay, so Miss Dung, please. What do young people and old people think about when making travel plans?
Yeah. With the different lifestyles, the young people and the old people have different targets when making travel plans. For the old people who want to have the safety destinations, they usually.
You mean they want to have a safe destination? Safe destinations.
Yeah. They usually care about how to find the destination where safe and where they can do the convenience, where they can do the traveling in the convenience way, including the accommodation and the entertainment.
Accommodation and entertainment is super important, I think.
But in the other hand, the young people.
On the other hand,
yes. The young people who prefer more the adventures,
who prefer more adventures. Yes, adventures.
They like to travel. They prefer more about the.
Yes.
This is about the making travel plans. Yeah.
Yes, making travel plans. Okay, just focus on making travel plans.
Yeah.
You know what they think about. You know,
the young people who don't have the
who don't have the financial stability of the old
yes,
people.
Yes,
who
don't have the financial stability.
Tài chính giống người lớn tuổi đâu chưa? When they don't have the financial stability, you know.
They will care about the cost of the travel when they making the plans.
I do agree with you. Because the old people, they don't often bargain, you know. they have enough money, I'm sure, so they can enjoy their time with more fancy resorts, you know. Fancy resorts. Wait, is it called resorts or resorts? Let me check. Resort, âm Z nha.
Resort.
Fancy resort. Những cái khu nghỉ dưỡng rất là xa hoa sang chảnh, with fancy resorts and stuff like that. But young people, not many, right? Because they don't have the financial stability like the old people have. Okay, please continue.
Yeah, they care about the cost when making plans and the adventures. They want to they,
What do they want to? Excuse me.
They want to experience.
Exactly. They want to experience new things in life, new experience. They want to experience new things.
New things, yeah.
When I travel, yeah. All right. So, Miss Trúc, how do people find out about a new place?
Oh, I think there are more ways to find a new place than the past because the media platforms create various chances for people to know new place. For example, in my experience, I find new destination to visit when I follow the travel bloggers. When I follow travel bloggers who love to explore new places, especially while little known places, or they just go to many places, experience them first, and review their experience videos for the audience.
For the audience, yeah.
For the audience, yes, and that's the ways I think many people find out about new destinations where they can think about experiencing at least once in their life.
At least once in their life, and to enjoy because they've been working too hard, I think. All right, so yeah, I think this is a very important question here, these two questions. So Miss Sarah, how do people find out about a new place then? What do you think? Okay, normally, do people find out a new place through advertisement? Maybe through advertisements, or maybe through words of mouth, truyền miệng. So truyền miệng, like maybe from their friends, or maybe from like the internet, like article, something like that. What do you think, Sarah? How do people find out about a new place?
I think people have different way to find out about a new place. But generally they may know. Generally, they may know about that where was amount from their family or friend who already have the real experience for traveling with to the new place, so they can share the story about that, and you can believe on their comment and make this comment and make decision if you want to visit that. But nowadays it's also quite popular for people to look for the new place online via the
Exactly.
via
Like for
the
example, I just knew it through Miss Trúc said something, right? In Nha Trang, right?
yeah.
What is that place again?
Hon Tam Island.
Hon Tam Island, I see.
Yes.
Is it expensive over there?
It's not. If you want to visit there, you have to pay for free to for traveling by ship.
I see. Hon Tam,
Yes.
Hon Tam. Okay, I see. Maybe I should write it down, otherwise just keep forgetting things, you know.
Yes, I think you should experience it at least once.
I see. Okay. Because I feel like I've been working all the time, and then working out, I know it's like a lot of dedication, a lot of you know, hard work. Yeah, maybe I need it. Anyway, so Miss Jung, please, Did you answer this question before?
Yes.
Can you choose one question you haven't answered?
Do old people and young people to different places on the vacation and why?
This one, you mean?
No, I think I will choose the last one.
Okay, so please do the last one. So Miss Young, how do people find out about a new place?
Nowadays, there are several ways for the people to find out a new place, but mostly I think they will find out through the advertisements. Because the advertisement can be everywhere, on the street, the supermarket, shopping mall, or even on the social media channels. The advertisement everywhere, and they you can just see the picture from just see the picture, and you can find out copy the picture on the Google, and you will find out
on Google. What are Google? You can find out the pictures on Google,
and you will know where it is. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. But,
all right, I think it's quite good enough. Okay, how about, what do you think about word of mouth? Like, words from friends or colleagues or from acquaintances, những người quen. Acquaintances.
Yeah.
Acquaintances.
In the other hand,
through
through the acquaintances or the friends or colleagues colleagues during your daily life, and the conversations. Colleagues. Through colleagues during your daily life, you can from their experience you can find out the new place. And I think this is one of the way you can trust, because when you talk with those people, they can give you the actual comments, right? Actual comments that you up to actual comments.
You mean they can give you words, honest words, right?
Yes, the honest words.
Words about those places.
Honest words about those places and the actual experience.
If they are sellers, they won't be honest with you. These days there are so many sellers around, they are not honest. They won't give you honest words about those places if you meet one of them. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, what do you want? Okay, what else do you want to say?
I think, I just have those two ideas.
Oh, great. Okay, it's good enough for today, I think. Okay,